We are now anchored in St. Michael's, Maryland. Craig's due for a haircut. We visit the local farmers market. We watch the log canoe races. And we set sail to Annapolis. Welcome. We are Diane, Craig, and Bonnie. We are sailing out of sight.
We go bottoms up.
Short.
Gotta figure out. When you live on a boat, you're always learning new skills. Today, I'm a barber. If we find any place I missed, we'll catch it.
I doubt anybody will look that close.
St. Michael's, Maryland was established in 1677 and derives its name from the Episcopal parish named after the Archangel Michael. The church attracted settlers who engaged in tobacco farming and shipbuilding. During the War of 1812, a British fleet moved up the Chesapeake Bay and targeted St. Michael's because of a militia battery erected to defend the town and shipyards. The British neutralized the battery and proceeded to bombard the town, but failed to cause substantial damage. This is because the town dimmed their lights and hung lanterns and trees beyond the town so cannonballs would overshoot the town. St. Michael's became known as the town that fooled the British. This morning, we're taking a little stroll in search of St. Michael's Marina because once again, Craig has a project he wants to do.
Look at this store. It's Diana's Tilton Hilton. That's hilarious.
Christ Church is over 350 years old and was founded as a mission of the Church of England in 1672. The current Gothic Revival style stone building was built in 1878.
We found our way to St. Michael's Marina. There's a couple things I'd like to pick up if they haven't. Looks like this may not be what I was hoping for because it doesn't look like they have a ship store. But maybe they can give us some directions to where I do need to go. Hello.
Hi. Morning. Yes, it's only 11 o'clock, so it's still morning. St. Michael's Marina was not the right place, so now we're on the search for Higgins Yacht Yard. While Craig is shopping, Bonnie and I head for a place to sit in the shade. With supplies in hand, Craig joins us. Then it's back to the boat for the rest of the day.
We are early in the morning. We're going to St. Michael's Farmers Market. But first, we're going to see if we can find some coffee and some pastries for breakfast. Historic St. Michael's, the town that fooled the British.
We didn't find coffee and pastries, but we did find the farmers market.
Text me that name.
So one of the reasons we hung around here at St. Michael's for so long was we wanted to see what these races were all about. These are log canoe races hosted by the Miles River Yacht Club. Got no idea what's going to happen or what kind of boats they are, but as you can see, there's a lot of activity on the river around these races. So let's see if it's any good, see if it's any fun. I'm sure it'll be fun. I'm sure it'll be good, and I'm sure it'll be interesting. How's that?
Log canoes are historic sailing vessels unique to the Chesapeake Bay. They are narrow and sharp-sterned, built for speed. They are known for being unstable and require teamwork and agility to race. The boats are getting in position, ready for start.
Yeah, they're just getting ready to start.
This was so fun to watch, but it gets a little crazy. Just watch and listen.
This must be the... Today we are leaving St. Michael's. St. Michael's is a really nice place, really pretty little town. Plenty of restaurants. There's not much shopping. It's a 2-mile walk to a grocery store. There's not even a convenience store close by. So that part wasn't great, but the rest of St. Michael's we seem to enjoy. It's a real pretty little town. We shall continue our motor sail for now, and we'll check back in, especially if we get a chance to get the sails done. But for now, we'll drink some more coffee. We got the sails up. We got about 14 knots of wind coming up the bay, so we're having to tack back and forth to get out of this bay so that we can get into the back into the Chesapeake and head for Annapolis. We got about 14 knots doing 4 knots sailing and 14 to 15 knots of breeze. Okay, time to make, should be our last tack. Okay. Coming about. Anchoring in. Good job. So we finally made our last tack to Chesapeake Bay, and this is probably the best sailing angle and wind speed and sea conditions that we've had in a long time. We got 12 knots of wind at a 50-degree angle. We're making a little over 5 knots, and right now it's just beautiful outside. So I think we got about maybe 10, 12 miles to go to Annapolis. It's longer. When we make the turn here, we get out around this point, we'll be sailing pretty much downwind. So we'll see how that goes. But right now, I am enjoying life.
Here we go again.
We are 5.5 miles from Annapolis, and we are entering another thunderstorm. So we've got the sails down and the engine on, hoping to get into Annapolis in the mooring field between thunderstorms. But Diane will take the camera and show you what it looks like. It looks like just a lot of heavy rain, but there's also some thunder and lightning.
You might have heard that light thunder. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is what we're... See the blue skies there, and then we're going into this. It doesn't look that ominous, but when you're on the boat, it does. There's nothing like being in the middle of a body of water with lightning around, and you're in a bathtub with a lightning rod attached to it. It's a little bit nerve-wracking, to say the least. So, it looks to me like on the camera it still looks blue, but ooh, there was some lightning. But it is very gray. Yeah. It's a little bit nerve-wracking. Hoping the camera's catching that lightning. And you think, well, that lightning's not that close. Yeah, it's a little too close for me. Here comes the rain. You have to be able to hear that thunder. You just have to. I don't know. Okay, time to start getting the curtains down, maybe, so we don't get drenched. I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Well, we're all zipped up and as weather tight as we can be. There's the radar on our radar showing us the rain. But Diane got all the windows zipped up, so we're as watertight as we can be. And we'll feel our way into Annapolis. We're about 4.5 miles away. Hopefully the storm will be gone by the time we get there. We probably should turn our nav lights on.
What I'm doing.
Well, here we are trying to enter into Annapolis. We're almost to Annapolis. But we're dealing with another summertime thunderstorm. We're protected in here, so you really can't see how dark it is, but it's a pretty good little thing to do.
We're now in the front 40 mooring field in Spa Creek in Annapolis, Maryland.
Thank you. So it was a little rowdy getting here. I don't know if the videos we captured will do it justice, but we had some blinding rain that you couldn't see. We had a little bit of the time, the winds got up and we were 38, 39, knocking on the door of 40 knots of wind for a little bit. So yeah, it was pretty rowdy. But we just, again, we stayed out in the deep water until the storm passed, because what occurred to me was, if I'm coming into a river or an anchorage in a blinding rainstorm, I mean, you really can't see. You have to rely on your radar because not everybody has AIS. So you're basically coming in at dark and you can't see. So what occurred to me is, if we're coming in and we took a lightning strike, because there was quite a bit of lightning, if we took a lightning strike and lost our electronics, I would be in a narrow passage and I wouldn't have any way to safely navigate out of that. So for that reason, we stayed out in the open water, in the big part of the Chesapeake Bay, where we had room to motor in circles if we needed to.
And I just kept my fingers in my ears because the lightning was so close and the thunder was so loud. It was just teeth jarring. It was not fun.
Yeah, we had a little bit of lightning and thunder. One I think was probably on the camera. It was really close and really loud. But now, so we delayed. We're able to come in and catch a mooring ball safely. And Shorty remembered how to catch a mooring ball. Shorty remembered how to catch a mooring ball. You had not done that since BVI, I don't think.
No, I did it when we were in St. Augustine.
Oh, that's right. We did a mooring ball in St. Augustine.
And I did it in Key West. I've always been the one that caught the mooring balls.
I just thought it had been a lot longer than that. Well, still, it's been several years since you caught a mooring ball.
Yeah.
But, so we're here in that.
It's like a bicycle. Once you do it, you know how to do it.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and ring the little bell. Bottoms up! Thanks for watching.